Hi, I've got a fun congratulation card to share with you today, which uses the shadowed sentiments around the edge. And the dies we'll be using are, here is the congratulations, which is a really nice shadowed sentiment. Quite long, but it looks lovely in this font. We're going to be using the Lesley from the Frames and Tag for the center of our card. And I've done a bit of framing using the double stitched squares here out of our Noble collection. Okay. Right, so I've gone ahead and I've cut the Lesley die. Now this is a unique die in the fact that it's kind of got its own little background piece with it. So I went ahead and cut it out of a piece of white card, and there is no outside cutting edge to this. So you can make as large or as small of a border as you like. So I've just left a tiny little border on that. So what I want to do is I'm going to attach this to a piece of our Wisteria card. Give it a quick spray. Line this up, and it's going to be attached in a frame so the edge won't show there, so if I'm a little bit off, but you can see that lovely color coming through. Okay, so now I've cut a very thin frame here using the double stitched squares, so I'm going to add that over the top. I've got a couple pieces of mounting foam raised up, and we are going to just lay that right over the edge here. That looks pretty good, about like so. Now I went ahead and added on another of the stitched square frames on the outside with just one piece of mounting foam on it, and I'll give you a quick measurement on the outside of this. It is 6.5 inches square, and then this one is 4.5 inches, so there's a bit of space between them. I'll use some mounting foam on the back. I'm going to just raise the center piece up a little bit. I'm going to pop that right into the middle, and I want to just sort of eyeball it. I want it to be as even as possible there. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in our backing piece because I've used the same Wisteria card and some black, because we're going to bring in some black into the center of our card, and my white paper pierced edge there. Pop that down. Okay. Just get it nice and centered. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of cutting. We are going to use the center of the Lesley die with the cutting edge here. So I'm going to line that up and tape it into place. Oops. In fact, let's just do it that way. Hold that in place and put the cutting edge around it. That looks pretty good, like that. Pop that down onto our cutting plate. Run that forward and back. Okay. Use my tool-in-one, take out some of the bits here. And then the ones under the tape we'll just have to knock out with our pokey tool, or a little bit of tapping sometimes helps. And let me just get the rest of these. So you can see you've got some really lovely design coming through there. Okay. Gotta watch those little curly-Q pieces. There we go. So you can see how pretty that is. Now I want to back that with black. So I've used just the outside cutting edge to cut the backing. And I'm going to give this a quick spray. There we go. Pop that over the top, like so. Let me get that nice and even. And we're going to use some mounting foam on the back of that. We want to raise that up in the center, and you've got that nice little platform there from where the outside was cut earlier. And put that into place. It'll give you a pretty little white frame around the edge too, which I like. Now the center of that, I've gone ahead, it's got a separate little center piece. Let me show you. Right there. And I've gone ahead and cut a couple of these in white. One of them I'm going to back with the Wisteria, and the other one I'm going to add a little black backing to it. So let's just spray them and do both of these at the same time. Okay. Pop one onto the Wisteria. Get that all nice and straight. There we go. This one can go onto the black. Oops, get a hold of that. So I'm just going to turn them in opposite directions. So let me just get a piece of mounting foam on the back of them. Put the black one down first, just like that. And pop this one going the opposite direction across it. So you see a little bit of the black coming through. There we go. Okay, so now what I've got is an area around the edge here which is perfect for my sentiments. So what I've done is I've done 4 of these, and I'll show you what I've gone ahead and done to them. I cut each one out of the Wisteria card, out of the congratulations. I sprayed the back with some glue. Get that on there. And then I cut them again out of the black. Now this is quite a long word, but I'll show you what we've done. Pop this one out, and just starting with the C, I've offset it ever so slightly so you see a little bit of that black, so it acts as its own little shadow, and then just peel it away from your finger as you get to the middle of it and move it along. And you'll get some movement out of the words, but they go back into shape fairly easily. There we go. So you can see I've got a really, really fine black shadow on that. I cut the shadow portion of the die out of white, so I'm just going to give this a quick spray. And we're going to pop that onto the shadow. There we go. Line that up. And it'll be just a hair bit further with that offset, but it does look really, really nice like that. So I've got 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these in. We're going to add a little bit of glue to the back. I think it's easier to do it this way. Tiny bit of cosmic glue just right down the center here on all of these. Don't need too much. There, maybe a tiny bit on the tips. There we go. So that'll start to get tacky as you put the glue on the back of all of them. A little bit right there and under where my finger is. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in and we'll pop this down right in the middle there. And if I'm a little bit off, I can move the mounting foam a tiny bit, but I think I can manage these. So I'm going to do these 2 this way, top and bottom, just sort of line it up. So it's a long word, but it's just about the right length to go with that Lesley die. And then I'll do this one going this direction. There we go. Bring that down. And this one going this direction. So they're opposites on the far sides, but if you hold it this direction, top and bottom, you'll be able to read it, but you'll get that lovely sentiment going all the way around your card. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget our YouTube channel has so many more for you to watch there, and you can see me on Instagram now at Sue Wilson Crafter.